Alright guys, we are back. We decided we'll go ahead and show you how this sets up, but as you can see, we have got the next game here. This is...
There.
Heart... I didn't see. I was looking over there to make sure I had the box right.
Oh.
So this is Heart of Crowns. Again, this is another one by Japanime Games. Again, this one, I say Japanese games are normally small box games. This is kind of a big box. Now again, I don't know if this is Japanime Games specifically made the big box because of all the cards they put in, but it is a deck builder. There are a couple expansions as well as, I think there's 2 versions of this game. I think they made another big box, which was like Fairyland, Fairy Tales, Fairy something or rather. But yeah, so we've played it once, so hopefully we do an okay job of playing it this time. So we're going to go ahead and switch the camera over so you guys can watch the setup. Yep. Wait. Focus. Focus. Focus.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, so to start out, we each need, what was it, the maids? I mean, there was something with the apprentice maids, right? So we each get
7 farming villages.
3 apprentice maids, all right?
Oh no, but this is what we start with.
Yeah, starting. So 3 for you, 3 for me. So it is a deck building game. The objective of the game, I guess while we're setting up, I can go over that. The objective of the game is to be able to coronation. It's the coronation of the princesses. So there's a bunch of princesses, and we are trying to do their coronation. And they each have their own unique ability when you recruit them. Hello, focus. What are you trying to focus on?
Maybe the book.
Maybe the book. What are you doing?
Please.
There you go. Okay, can you? I think maybe. Oh, I think it's because. Oh, I know why. No, it's because I have it on spot focus, which is trying to focus right here in the middle, and there's nothing. There's nothing in the middle. Yeah, there's nothing in the middle, so it has nothing, nothing to focus on.
So we should have started with the ones that.
We should have started with the ones that go in the middle. We need the farm.
So
if you want to go ahead and try to get the princesses done, I'll start farming villages. 7 each, right?
get the princesses done.
Yeah, get the princesses. There's
Just putting them down.
Yeah. Move them more to the look up there to make sure that they're on the camera good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 villages para ti. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 villages para mí. All right, now there are different versions of the game. We'll go ahead and just play the basic version. I've heard some people just mix all of the decks together, but there's a bunch of different, basically, not to say scenarios, but if you look in here, there's a bunch of different things, cards, classes. I don't know what to call them, but there's different things that you can do. All right, so now we need the curse cards.
How are you reading?
I just know we need the curse cards. All right, so these are the... And that's the curse witch. Which is how you get the curse cards. Yeah, we didn't even play with the curse cards last time because I think the curse witch is the only one that brings those out. All right, so we need to... All right, so we're doing this now. So we have the curse cards. Underneath the prince. It's not going to be in the same order. Remember, just underneath the princess is fine. And then we need the duke, right? We need the duke.
Yes.
I remember the duke. Trying to remember. All right, so there is the duke. Goes over there with those guys.
The senator.
The senator. Okay. Senator. The other. What's the other?
The royal maid.
The royal maid. The royal maid. Royal guard. Royal maid. Okay.
Large city.
Oh yeah, large. Oh yeah, the 2 cities. So city and large city.
Yeah.
A, B, C, D. I need my alphabets. City. Large
But this one-
city. Same as we did the other. Remember, we just did 6. No, don't follow this instruction. Do it the way we did the other day. No. We put the cities up top. That's not being. Put it. Yeah, there. City, large city. Yeah, same way we did the other day when we played is fine. It does not like when we have nothing in the middle to focus on. Hang on, let me fix that. No. We didn't. We had it the same way last time. Hang on. All right, guys, I'm going up. Don't fall off the chair, Will. Can I get this fixed? Sorry for the shakiness. Focus. Oh, that's the steady shot. We'll check. How do we do that? Better? No. Why are we not focusing? There we go. There, now it should be focusing on the whole table. Oh! Earlier when I tried to do something. So much text on those cards, definitely hard to see on camera. Yeah, and that's where we need our green screen, unfortunately, and we don't have that yet. Hopefully the earthquake stops soon. Stop earthquake. Stop. I command you! Alright, now we need, now we need to set up the market. So to set up the market, you come back here to the back, and it just has recommended card sets. So I don't know whether or not this is going to get in focus. We can try. Down there. So you can see here there are different card sets based on, I guess, how you want to play. So of course it says you should use the first time if you're going, playing for the first time. The primer, this set includes all of the core elements of the game. Alchemist, battering ram, city development, government contractor. We could do that one. We could do primer. Because we've done this one, and I think this just adds extra things that we didn't have last time. Like, we didn't get to battle each other last time. You can actually attack your opponent. We didn't get to do that. So we'll do the primer. So we need the alchemist. You're going to have to make piles so we can, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5, so... No. Wait, it doesn't matter either way. It just... So we can randomize them as I hand them to you. Battering ram. Yeah, see, we didn't have the battering ram last time.
Just
battering ram.
On top of
Yeah, put them on top. Yep, and then we'll shuffle. Battering ram. City development.
I don't remember seeing this one.
No, that's new. That's why I said some of these will be new that we didn't play with last time. City development. Government contract. That's a new one. We didn't have government contractor last time. EFG. Government contractor. Infantry battalion. Alphabets A B C D E F G.
Yeah.
Everybody does that, don't you? Like, everybody does that. Like, when you're trying to find cards, you got something in alphabetical order. Everybody's got to do the alphabet in their head.
By memory. I mean, by memory, but not what follows after.
All right, postal horse, the rampart scout. Oh no, rampart and scout. I was about to say there's no such thing as a rampart scout. Rampart. I'm gonna look here. Scout. Oh, there's a lot in this one. This is a lot. So yeah, I can see where when you're learning how to play, why they don't give you this many, because this is a lot of different cards. Trading ship. And then our favorite, the wishing well. So there's also another way to select your cards. So there is a random draw mechanism as well. It's like a randomizer where you can just randomly select and then it'll tell you which cards to add to your deck. Yeah, so shuffle them. Take the book. Oh yeah, we have to shuffle our hands and then we just set them in the 6 like we did. I think it's 5, right? 5 plus our draw pile. Or was it 6 plus our draw pile? I think it was 6. Yeah, 6 plus the draw pile.
7 cards.
Oh no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus the draw pile. How do we do that? Oh, we must have had 2 over here last time. Yeah. gonna have to, yeah, just kind of randomize that. Let's see. Can I get the box in frame to where it's not gonna bother me too much? How's that, guys? That look good? There we go. It's kind of in my way, but oh well. It's better to be in my way than Oddity's way, right? Make sure Oddity is happy with how things are turning out. So. All right. And for those of you just joining us, we are on game numero dos of our Extra Life game day. This is Heart of Crowns, which was supplied to us by Japanime Games. We will be giving this out at the end of the gameplay. So at the end of the gameplay, you will be able to enter to win this game. You cannot have duplicates, by the way, guys. And of course, we are streaming today for Extra Life Charities, which is for Children's Miracle Network. We appreciate every donation that we get. We are at, 460 now of 1,000. 500 gets us our silver medal this year. So if we can at least get to 500 by the end of this weekend, I would love that. 1,000 would be a stretch, but if we can get there, that does get us to $1,000 for that. Hey, Studio Laniston, thank you for that donation the other day. We greatly appreciate it. Your name is now down in the scroller. So any donation gets your name down in the scroller, which we have at the beginning, the end, and our Be Right Back screens. You did miss the first game, Studio, so if you're hoping to get a copy of Tree Lined Avenue, it is no longer available. And then again, as we mentioned, if you are not able to donate, we understand. If you can just go out to our social medias, retweet this stream, share Facebook. We do have the streams posting there as well, or share or retweet the actual. Let's put these down here, I guess. I can't do two things at once. I'm not the little girls in the IKEA commercial. What was I thinking of? Oh yeah. You can share the one that has the actual link to our Extra Life page. That way, maybe if you can't make a donation, somebody else can. But even $1 donations are greatly appreciated. There we go. I had to go until I got the 8th card because you cannot have duplicates. It's kind of a weird thing. Like we're used to like Clank and stuff like that, where it's like in Power Rangers, where if you have duplicates, it's like just make sure you have one of each. If you don't, you pull them to a side. First stream was 7 a.m. for you on Saturday. Yes, well, guess what? We didn't even start at 7 a.m. We had technical difficulties with Deliver It, which reminds me, I never did check to make sure Deliver It is actually posting posting things right now. Frederick Weller is an actor, board game designer, and super serious person. Let's follow him. He followed us. We'll follow him. If you follow us, we'll follow you on social medias. Let's see here. Did Deliver It finally start delivering it? Yes, there we go. So Deliver It's finally posting correctly. Yay!
Yeah. I don't remember.
Also, Panera Bread says that flatbread pizza equals game day fuel. Don't brag about your game day pizza to us. Those are just tokens.
See, but I don't remember using that.
We did. It goes to this. It goes if you get these girls. So the tokens are used based on certain cards or things like that. I'm hoping this box does not get too much in my way. I mean, I could quickly. I mean, if the box is gonna be in my way, I guess I could quickly go grab the box art from Board Game Geek and throw it up there. All right. Did you shuffle your... All right. So it's a deck builder game. So we draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have to determine who goes first. The way, of course, we always determine who goes first is with our Extra Life D20
So we start
card.
with monies.
5. No monies.
Oh, these are the monies.
Those are the monies. See, that's how deck builders work. You've played 1 or 2 deck builders, right? She doesn't like deck builders that don't have a board. That's her thing. She wants a board so she can move things around.
Like Clank.
Like Clank. She loves Clank. So we got 2 more expansions on Clank we got to get through. Plus, actually, we got to get through the opposite side of the Expedition expansions. Once we do that, I don't know if we're going to do Clank Legacy next or if we'll do Clank in Space next. Because I really like Clank. All right, but you got to choose. Heads or tails? Oh, no, wait a minute. This is not a coin. High or low?
Low. No.
3 is low, so Adri gets to go primer. So the objective of this game, as we mentioned, is to coronate one of the princesses. So what you're going to want to do is get your city cards upgraded. At the bottom of each of these cards, you'll notice this says like a 3, this says a 6, this says a 2. So you want to try to get as many, those are the points, those are the in-game points. So our initial farm cards have negative points, our initial maids have negative points. So you want to get better cards for your city and for your maids and, well, the senator and the duke eventually. Because when you recruit or you buy the princess, then you actually have to lay or have the city cards from that turn. So if you have a bunch of farms, you're going to get a bunch of negative points when you buy the princess. So that's kind of the strategy, is to try to make sure you get up good enough to where on one of your turns, when you're playing your 5 cards, you have cities and large cities. And then we do have cards in here that will allow you to improve that, like city development allows you to destroy one of your farms to upgrade it to a city, or destroy a city to upgrade it to a large city. The scout, which I don't think we have to have the scout out right now. The scout allows you to destroy any non... I think it was any card. I don't think it was any non-specific card. Some say, you know, specific cards and whatnot, like succession cards and whatnot. So Audrey will go primer. So remember, turn order is important. So really all you got is farming and farming. So we'll show them this real quick. All right. So another interesting mechanic in this game is you'll notice down here on this bottom, there's this yellow arrow. So basically you can only play cards if there's a yellow arrow to connect to it. So if you play a card that has no yellow arrows, that's the end of your movement or turn cycle, basically. So Clank, we just lay all of our cards down and play them in whatever order we want. This one has a little bit more decision making in which order you play the cards. We haven't played other deck builders like this. I don't know if there's other ones out there. You guys can let us know in the comments if you know of other deck builders that require you to have that path, right, where you have to go from card to card to card. But of course, first turn you just basically play all the cards because there's nothing else you can do. That's true. So basically you just play both farms. Or, oh, you have 3 farms. Okay. So 3 farms. So she's got 1, 2, 3. So that's going to give her 3 coins to buy something out here. So a city costs 3. Battering ram, which is new. Battering ram, draw 1 card, select and discard 1 kept card from a territory in the opponent. Ooh! So kept card is once you have your domain, which is your 3 cities out, you can take a card and reserve it for a future play. So if it's a card you're not going to be able to play on this turn, you can kind of put it into the city and the domain, so that way you can use it later. So this basically makes you get to draw a card, and then you destroy one that I've got on my domain. We didn't play any of that last time, so I don't know how valuable that would be. She thinks it'll be very valuable, so she's going to go with that. All right, and then discard all that. And then same, I got village, village. Wow, I'm not doing as good as you. I only had 2 villages. So I think I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to add a draw card. And I discard everything. I hate those apprentice maids, are painful. Like as soon as I see a scout, I'm buying, or not the scout. It's not the scout. The scout allowed me to discard your top card. That's what the scout did. Somebody in here lets you discard her. You can destroy her, but I forget who it is. All right, so your next 5 cards.
You already did it?
Yeah, I only had 2 coins. I bought that. That's all I could buy.
I have 4.
I only have 2 deck builders, so I'm not sure if there are any other with the arrow mechanic. My 2 don't have it. What 2 do you have, Studio? Maybe if I do this. Maybe if I move this. Put that up there, but maybe the book. I think the book works. Can you guys see the book looks good? That way it's not blocking my thing. I think that works. It says what it is.
But you're going to build some.
Okay. Well, I'm not building anything yet. It's going to be a couple turns before we start building things.
Okay.
Yeah, and the other thing is, like most deck builders, your resources don't carry over to the next round. Voliphrion and Shadow Rift. I think I've heard of Shadow Rift. I don't know of either of those two. So for us, we played Clank. We've played Power Rangers. We have G.I. Joe and Transformers on the way, and it says it should ship next week. So hopefully we get that in time before Audrey leaves for Colombia, so we can play that on live for you guys. And then we do have Harry Potter deck builder. So just because you guys are out here, just want to let you guys know, we would really, really appreciate it. If you guys can't stay all day, we understand that. But if you guys can come back out at 5 o'clock, 5 p.m., we're actually going to be playing Hues and Cues and Blank Slate. Both of those require other people. They're not two-player games. So we'd really appreciate it if people could definitely come back out at 5 o'clock, because we're going to try to play those with you guys in the audience. Blank Slate might be a little bit harder. We have to figure that out, because you guys can't just post in chat your answer, because I think the point is getting matching. We could probably change it up to what we think is the most unique, right?
Yeah.
Or we can just let them post, and if they want to match each other, we have something in our head. We write it down before they post, and if it matches us, then each of us get the points. I think that would probably work for Blank Slate. But yeah, we'll figure that out. At 5 p.m., we're going to do a Let's Play with whoever's out in the audience. We would greatly appreciate you guys coming back out. Oh, wow, that definitely does shake. It's shaking the whole floor. We might have to do something about that. There's an anti-shake thing I don't have turned on. That's fine. Yes, it is. No, it's my turn. Listen to 1, 2, 3. Ooh, I had all my farms. Todo farms. 5. All right, so definitely want to get a city card now. And then 2, defense effect. If an opponent's attack military card makes you discard or reveal cards, this reduces the quantity by 1. Oh, that's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. Discard as many cards you wish from your hand to draw the same number. That's good too, because this gets rid of that apprentice maid. I think right now, because she can pop up a lot, I'm going to get that. The ship. All right. Oh, here he is. It's the contractor. For 1 coin, instead of your discard pile, you may place any card you buy. Oh no, this is place it on top. That's not it either. I think there's 1 card that allows you to basically banish Chica, so she has to leave.
We need that.
That's the one where you can basically, when you buy the cards, instead of it going into your discard pile, you get to place it on top of your deck. Now, I just watched the G.I. Joe. Somebody did finally post G.I. Oh, I think it was Tantrum House's video. The G.I. Joe, that's what's really cool about the G.I. Joe. When you buy from the market, instead of the cards going into your discard pile, they actually go on top of your deck. So you actually get them on your next turn. So that's actually kind of neat. All right, so your turn. And for those of you just joining us, we appreciate you guys coming out. We will be giving away a copy of this game at the end of the stream, of course, for Extra Life charities. Hopefully I don't have to say that too often. Every time I see the viewer count go up, I guess I have to say it. We're up to 7 viewers. I think that's the most we've ever had in a stream. And then for those of you guys joining us for the first time, I know that Studio knows that we stream, but we do stream Mondays, or not Mondays. We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. We play different games. We do schedule them ahead of time, so if you subscribe and hit the reminder on the video. We stopped doing our voting, what games you'd like us to play. We may start that back up in the new year. We also have a membership. And eventually that voting will go to the membership, right? To whoever does the membership. We don't have a Patreon. The reason is we want all the money to stay into YouTube, because we do take all the money we earn on YouTube and donate it to Extra Life. So you can see here, $115. That is a combination of donation matching plus the money we've earned from YouTube. All right, so
I don't know what to buy.
4, 5. You don't know what to buy.
Is this one? Pay 1 coin.
That's the upgrade one. That's a good one. Yeah, because that's the one that allows you to upgrade your farms and get rid of them. You have to have those. You need to get one of those. Because that's the one that's going to allow you to destroy your farms to get one. All right. So, and I showed this earlier about the arrows, right? So this card, you can notice it's got 2 arrows. So basically, if you were to go one direction with this arrow, and then you play a card that can't play anymore, you got that second direction to go. So that's kind of cool. 1, 2, 3... oh, I got my city. I do not want to use the wishing well. There's no point in that. This allows me to draw 1 card. Which then I can play the wishing well to discard her to draw 1 card, which gives me another one of her.
I didn't.
Oh, yep, you didn't refresh. I think I'm going to buy that because it just makes sense. Oh, scout. Okay. Yeah, so here's the scout I was talking about. The scout basically allows you to reveal the top card of your deck and your opponent's deck and decide whether or not you want to discard your card or their card. All right. Tutarno. Yeah, you always, because we've got the battle and the defense, you want to make sure you draw at the end of your turn because some of these cards allow you to block things like this one right here, the rampart. If I attack you, it allows you to reduce that by 1, whatever the requirement is. So you want to make sure you have those cards in your hand so you can play the defense card if I attack you.
Wait, 6.
You're already up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's 5.
1, 2, 4.
You can't buy. Well, you don't want to buy a Chica yet, anyways. You don't have a high enough city count.
I counted this.
Yeah.
5.
What does she do?
Draw 2 cards.
Oh, that's good. All right. So where are we at? All right, so you went, so my turn. 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 farming villages. Select one of the following, draw 2 cards, or get 2 coins. You used this a lot last time, didn't you? What's this? I get 2 coins. Any opponents who have 5 or more cards in their hand must discard 1 territory card from their hand. If they do not have any territory cards, they reveal their... Ooh, I like him. So he gives me 2 coins plus, if you have 5 cards in your hands, you have to discard 1. I like him. All right. And then Apprentice Chica, who unfortunately does not help me. She just clogs up your hands.
Oh.
So for those of you guys that have deck builders, what is your favorite deck builder? We're still trying to figure out what kind of deck builder we like. I'm afraid to get... The problem is I would get Dominion, but I'm afraid to get Dominion because there's so much out there now that it would just be too much money. Same as Legendary. If you guys have seen on the channel, we do play Marvel Champions, which isn't a deck builder. It's a deck construction. You know, construct your decks ahead of time. But I wanted to do Legendary, but there's just so much content, and I'm a completionist, that wouldn't work. However, there is Legendary James Bond, and I think there's only a couple expansions for that. But Audrey has not watched James Bond yet, so not sure if theme a lot of times comes into play, right? Because if you don't know a game, or if you don't know the IP that a game is based off of, sometimes you can't get into it. Whereas if you know the IP, it helps make a game slightly better. Like Audrey's okay with Marvel Champions, but I think she's more tolerant of it because of it being Marvel, right? Versus like Power Rangers. You don't know anything about Power Rangers, so you don't like that as much, right? And if you guys want to know what Audrey does and does not like, we will be having our top 10, top 5, top videos coming up. Probably, I'll be posting them in December and January when Audrey is on vacation, while most of us, of course, are taking time off. Oh, and you still have your... Now remember, if you want to... No, hang on. Remember, Put that back in your hand. All right. First, you'd want to play your farming village. Yep. Then play your city development to banish that farm.
I pay this coin.
Banish. Adios. Well, here. We'll just put them up here.
And then I take a city.
And then you get to take a city. Well, no. Keep your farm. Has to stay in play. Then you take a city. And then it allows you to play the city. Because, see, it's got that little thing. Yep. And then you can play your battering ram, which allows you to draw a card. I don't have any kept cards, which is another farm. So there you go. So that's a good turn. So now you already spent that one. You spent that one to get rid of your farm.
Awesome.
That's why you had to play that first before you play city development. So now you have 3 total.
Instead of you just go pile, you make your
2 I have. It says Shadowcraft. It's a co-op deck builder, which is quite challenging for my wife and I at least. You're defending a town versus a monster invasion. Your deck, your build is like building a character class. Okay, so that's now co-op we like. So co-op is one thing that helps a lot because I think a lot of the thing with a lot of the card games, there's a lot of text. So figuring out what you want to do is troubling, right? You got to read all the text and figure out how it interacts with something else. So being co-op, it's easier for us to help each other out. Whereas when it's versus, like right there, I helped Audrey out, but that could hurt me later, which I don't mind, right? I want to make sure she makes good plays. So that's neat that has it. We'll have to check that one out. The Harry Potter is co-op. I don't know if I told you that or not. The Harry Potter deck builder game that we got, that's co-op.
I don't remember you told me, but that's good to know.
Yep. All right, so now it is my turn. So I'm going to pretty much do the same thing. I got a farming village and a city development. I can discard a farm and get a city. I will play the city. I'll play my other farm. And I will tell Chica, adios, Chica! All right, so that gives me 2, 3. Do I want to get something here? I don't that. I need more cities. I'm gonna ramp up my city production. All right.
I want to get Una Chica out.
You want to make sure that you got a good city. I would wait until you have at least probably a large city and a regular city. Because remember, the points on the city, so if you look at the top, the 3 and the 6 on these cards, that is when you want to keep a card in your domain because you want to save it for another turn. It can't be larger than that number. So that's the reason for the large cities, right? They don't give you more points when it comes to endgame. They just allow you to keep a larger card in your domain. Xenoshift is for a sci-fi one. Okay. Oh, Aeon's End. I've heard of Aeon's End. I did see that. I think a lot of these games we saw when we first started, so we weren't really like sure what we wanted to get into. All right, so draw 2 cards. Oh, that was a good hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And do I get to?
You can buy them at any time. If you want to pre-advance, you can. But now again, those are going to bog down your hand because you're not going to get your coins out quick enough to be able to buy the bigger things.
Another alchemist.
Another alchemist. You like your draw 2? All right. That does come in handy. All right. Oh, I forgot to draw my 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which is what I told you. Make sure you draw. Make sure you draw. Oish. Stupid maid. Go away. All right. So if you can draw your 5 cards, por favor. So my infantry battalion, you need to discard 1 territory card from your hand. You aren't supposed to reveal your hand. You're supposed to just discard 1. And if you don't have one, then you reveal it.
Could be that.
Yeah, any territory. So just discard, not destroy. Discard. There you go. All right. So I have 1, 2, 3, and this gives me 2 coins, 4, 5. So again, I think I'm going to do a city. And I like that battalion. That's 4. I can't afford the battalion. What can I buy with 2? Do I want the Scout? Or do I want the Rampart? I think the Scout. I'll get a Scout. Alright. Wishing Well? No Wishing Well. Alright. You need that? Do you have enough points now after I made you discard something? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, you don't shuffle. I don't remember this game. Do we shuffle before or after we run? As soon as you run out? So some deck builders you...
run out and keep whatever is left.
Yeah, but I'm wondering like if you're supposed to shuffle now or shuffle after you buy your next hand and they go in here. Because I ran out perfectly. Normally we run out in the middle of drawing cards. Draw 5. Your draw pile runs out, shuffle your discard pile in hand, and continue drawing until you have 5. No, it doesn't specifically say. It just says if you run out while drawing. So yeah, I guess you shuffle. It's like most deck builders, you shuffle on your draw. You don't shuffle when you run out. It says when you can't. I'm gonna get it straight. Me OCD.
So not the way not the way I have been doing, like when I have 2 or 3
left. No, yes. When you can't draw to 5, that's when you shuffle. Same as we've done with every other deck builder.
Yeah.
I ran out, so I didn't know if I was supposed to shuffle immediately or shuffle once. Because some games do. Some games it's like as soon as you run out, shuffle. Even if, like, see, I've got a full hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got the full 5. But I have no draw pile. So when I have to draw again, like if I have a card that says draw, then I'll have to shuffle, which I'm technically going to do on my next turn. So, alright. So it's your turn.
Already? I bought the one here and I...
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yep, no duplicates. That's one of the unique things about this game is there's no duplicates. There's that Scout. The Scout came back the very next day. He just couldn't stay. Alright, so draw 1 card, which I cannot do. So I will shuffle. What's Casper doing? He's laying down there. So we did buy, actually, see, now I don't know if we need shelves behind us or not anymore with the way the new camera is. We've got the pictures. I don't know. Do you think we need shelves back there?
I don't know, you wanted to play games.
Well, I wasn't really display games. It would just be the game we were playing. Otherwise it would just be a shelf and it would just have like a Funko Pop, a plant, a book, you know, just random
I think it would look pretty.
Things.
Something that does not stick out too much.
Yeah, that was a problem. We bought some, Target has some 13-inch, they're kind of like single calyx cubes. They're just one cube, it's 13 by 13. But the problem is it's 13 deep as well. So that sticks out way far from the wall. And that's what they're meant for. They actually came with wall mounting brackets. But I'm like, I don't know when you would use that unless you're just going to use it. Like if you had a wall, like a calyx wall, and then you just wanted to have a couple small cubes just to kind of give it some unique designs on the sides, that would probably look cool. Have a huge calyx shelf in the middle, and then maybe have like a 3, a 2, and a 3, and just kind of have them staggered, you know, and then on the other side, same thing, just put a couple. That could probably look cool. If you had a big enough wall for it. But yeah, I'm still drawing 1 card. Alright, so draw a card there. Wishing Well. Discard as many cards as I want and draw that many. So I'm discarding the Apprentice. And I get another Apprentice. That did not help. Alright, so Village, City. Alright, so I have 4. What's cost 4? The Battalion was nice. I liked him. He made you discard, which hurt you. He's good, but I don't think he's great. They're great! It's Tony the Tiger. Alright, I'll do another city. So be it.
2 cards.
2 cards. Again, we appreciate everybody for coming out and joining us for Game Day 2021. It's nice to talk to people in chat. If you guys want to talk about anything, I like to talk, as you can probably know.
And then this one?
Well, you can play those. You've got arrows on them, so you can just. It doesn't matter what order because it's just draw one card, so you can because they have arrows. So draw 3 total. Draw one.
No, I drew this one.
Oh, for that one. Oh, then 2 for that one. Holy cow! So draw 2 more. Holy cow! Holy cow! Well, hang on. Remember, that's going to end. That's not going to end. Oh,
wait.
Hang on. You drew 2 cards. Now that's still in your hand. Do you want to get rid of that village?
Yes.
All right. So you will spin that. That's a good way to know that you spent it. Just flip it over.
Yes. And you get a city.
And then you get so get a city. Then you can immediately play the city. Holy cow. And then you can play that. That's going to end your thing. So if it's going to end your thing, do you want to draw 2 cards, or take the 2 coins? This is going to end, which means whatever you draw isn't going to be usable because this ends that row. Yep. The coins don't carry over. I don't know why, but they give you coin tokens, and it makes no sense to me. Like, I know that I'm going to use this for 2 coins. I guess it's just so people know that you're not cheating, I guess. So, I don't know. So now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here's the question. You do have 2 high value cards if you wanted to go ahead and build your domain, but you would, of course, have your -2 on your farming village if you do this now. But you have enough to buy a princess. Or you can try to go one more round like that and buy the large city plus something else.
Yeah, maybe I wait for one more round.
All right.
So what?
You have 8.
8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you have 8.
I'm gonna wait this.
6. And then you can do the scout, the rampart, which defends you from my attacks. The post horse, which is a draw 1. So this would stop this or this. Remember, because I have those in my deck. So this stops those if you happen to have it in your hand when I play those cards.
Okay.
All right. See, see there. I don't understand. I don't understand the coins. Yeah, you went through your entire deck that time, didn't you? Wow.
No, this one is used.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna do farming village, city development to get rid of farming village, to get me another city card, play another city card with stupid apprentice girl. We still haven't found that one that lets us get rid of a card in our hand, did we? What is that one? I'm amazed that we haven't found them yet. Maybe we forgot to put them in the deck.
Oh.
It's possible.
Making the game
possible.
Harder for us.
Oh, I think it's supply unit. And this one doesn't have a supply unit. This one has supply unit. I think that's what it is. Alchemist, city development.
So we will have to deal
or
with
maybe it's the government contractor. Have we seen? Oh no, that's that guy. Infantry battalion, post horse, rampart, scout. Yeah, we've seen all the cards. It's supply unit. So we didn't add supply unit in here. Supply unit's the one that allows you to discard Chica. So Chica's going to stay in here and annoy us. I don't know if there's other ones that allow you to take it out. Grand warfare, adventuring.
So we might just have to deal with them.
Yeah, we just have to deal with them in this one, yeah. So if you don't have supply unit, then you basically are stuck with her in your deck. There's no way to get rid of her. All right. So did I buy? No, I didn't buy yet, right? Because these are still here. Yeah, so 2, 4, 5. I was just trying to, because she was in my hand, so I was trying to see if there was a way to get rid of her. All right, so I think I'm going to do the city. Or do I want to do the that alchemist has been handy for you. Oh no, I don't have 5. I discarded a farm. I don't have 5. I have 4. So yeah, so then I'm gonna have to do the city card. I forgot to flip that over. Oops. That is not the right way to draw cards, guys. Don't look at the bottom of the deck. Oh, no.
This one?
Now remember, you can also upgrade a city. So if you wanted, you can play this to upgrade this to a large city. Remember, 1 coin upgrades 2 coin, which is basically just the previous city. So you would use this to upgrade this to a large city.
Oh, okay. I
Flip that over to know that you spent it. And then that gets rid of that from your deck. And then that gives you that one. Large city. And then you did the wish here. So you want to discard that card with your wish.
But I want to destroy.
And then draw. Well, we can't destroy. You can just discard her. So this one, basically, all we have to do is get the wishing wells.
Oh.
Large city. So you have 6.
Why are you not princess on?
Well, no, you can't because you don't have 3 cities. You have to have 3 cities so you can build the domain at on the same turn, and you don't have three cities because you. Well, no, you do. You just spent this. Yes, you can buy a princess right now.
So we should just exhaust it.
Yeah, exhausted. Exhausted is probably better. Yeah. So yes, you can. Now is when you want to buy your princess because now you have 3 cities that lose you no points. So. What do they do?
I don't remember which one it goes.
I know, I gotta pull them. I'll pull them all up and read them. So this one's the longest one. When you back the twins, put X twin counters on this card. X equals to the number of princess cards the other players have plus 1. Since I have 0, that would be 1. Activation during the main phase, remove a twin counter. You may take another turn. So basically you get to take 2 turns back to back with the twins. With the general, when the princess, you acquire 2 cards from the market at a cost of 5 or less. Also, when you back her, farming villages do not move into your domain. So this one here is if you had farming villages, they wouldn't go into your domain, they wouldn't count. Which then I wonder, would your domain not be 3 cards? I don't know if it said your domain had to be 3 cards now that I think about it. I'll have to look at the instructions. With the Bergamonte, discard a non-curse card from your hand, take an action card from your discard pile and put it into your hand. You may use this ability once during your main phase. The thing with that is we're not going to get any curse cards because you have to have the cursed witch to get cursed cards. So that one's kind of useless for us. This one is just a 6 points. She just gives you 6 points closer. So the goal is to get to 20. If you get to 20, then the coronation of the princess occurs. Princess Loa Lily. When you back her, the second imperial princess, acquire up to 5 royal maids on the market. So basically, you get 5 royal maids right off the bat, and then I can't reach the last maid. Last maid, the cost of your card is reduced by 1. You cannot reduce the. So this is the one she got last time. It basically makes every card cost 1 less. All right, so you're going to back her. So now you have to build your domain. So remember, these cards stay in the domain. You just put her off to the side, and then you get 5 royal maids. Audrey's probably going to beat me again. This same thing happened last time. She gets to that so quickly compared to me.
I did this one.
Yeah, all that's discarded. Everything else in your hand is discarded. Discarded. Yep. So now all she has to do is get to 20 points. So basically, she's probably not going to buy much of this anymore. She's going to be using almost all of her stuff to buy that, which forces me now to hope that I can build my domain without losing too many points. All right, did you draw all 5? All right. So I'm going to do a scout. Each player, including you, reveals the top card of their deck, and then they decide if they want to have you discard it. Discard that. Well, did you have your ramparts in your hand?
Oh, this is like specify defense.
Yeah.
If one opponent's attacking, discard.
Basically, it prevents one thing from happening.
This reduces the quantity by 1, so no. I discard this one.
That one instead. Yep, so she played the defense to stop me from... No, put that card back on top. Put that back on top. It just means you don't discard what I told you to discard. Yeah, but the defense, you still have to activate the defense card. All right. Oh, I don't like this. So 1... I'm gonna have to go for it. I'm gonna have to take the -2. And then, oh, dang it! Which means this card doesn't work for what I needed to do. If the opponent has 5 or more cards in their hand, you have to discard 1. But because you discarded 1 to defend, you don't have to discard 1. They do not have any territory. It doesn't matter because you don't have territory. Alright, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have enough to get a princess. Oh, I'm going to play her. Because if I play her, that goes there. And it says farming villages don't go into my domain. And then it says that I get to... may acquire 2 cards from the market with a cost of 5 or less. So I will take a senator and a senator. Now, does acquire come into my hand or acquire goes into the discard? I'd imagine it goes into the discard because it didn't say it into your hand. But normally acquiring, like you do from the market,
like you own it
goes, yeah. So that goes there, that goes there. I need to draw to 5. Oh, it's going to be a close game. So yeah, that saved me. She saved me because then I didn't have to put that. So now it's just a race to see who can get to 21st. Considering Audrey has 5 maids in waiting, that's scary. Plus, you have to think, when we built our cities, we took out a lot of our coins. Like, you took out 8 coins, right, when you built your city.
Cards.
Oh, no, yeah, so do it in your order. So always make sure you draw before you keep playing your path. My only benefit is I was out of cards when I did that, so I might have the possibility to be able to get my senators.
3.
All right, so you have 3. Yeah, the maid's 3. All right, so draw 1 card, and then I'm going to play my Wishing Well, which allows me to discard 1 card to draw 1 card. Dang it! Dang, Chicas, get out of my deck! Alright, so I have a senator, goes to that city, and I'll play that and that, which gets me 3. I will take a royal maid as well. Alright. Back to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So draw 1 card.
Draw 1 card.
Wait, select and discard 1 kept card from 1 to.
That's if I decided to keep a card in my domain for my following turn. I didn't.
Cards.
All right. So
now I keep this and
shuffle. See. Now you're hunting for your senators. We hope everybody's having a good Saturday. We had a rough morning. There's 2 things that you can guarantee in life with me and Audrey. We're either going to be too early to something or too late to something. And there's a running joke with Colombians. And what is Colombians?
We are always late.
They're always late.
True.
Well, which they're
today was not my fault.
No, we were cutting it on the wire. We actually got up and streaming in time. We did.
We did, yeah.
But then deliver it in time zones, and it wasn't posting, and just big mess. Got frustrated. So at the beginning of this video, there's a huge 30-minute starting soon, which luckily I'm going to chop this up and we'll upload it to YouTube as separate videos. So that way, YouTube algorithm, gameplay, all that stuff. So people that just want to see this one gameplay makes it easier.
Wait.
Yeah, she goes into one of your cities in your domain. Oh, and by the way, guys, if we're making mistakes, we have no idea. Somebody will usually let us know in the comments. All right, so you have...
I did this. So
oh, you weren't going to do the upgrade? To do the upgrade, you have to have one still in your hand. Yep. And now you can banish that to get this. This is where the... Oh, and then you played that at the end for 2 more coins? Okay. This is where the playing all at once and clank kind of hurts us because we're so used to doing that.
Yeah.
In Power Rangers, we do the same thing. We play it all.
Yes. So...
No, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6.
6.
Still can't get the Duke, though. All right. All right, and you discard all your stuff. All right, so I'm going to play a city. I'm going to play my city development to get rid of a city, to get a large city. And then I'm going to play a farming village. I'm going to play the scout. Oh, have you drawn your 5 yet?
Yes, I'm
okay. Reveal your top card. Let me see it.
Oh, my top card.
Top card of your discard pile. Or your draw pile. Sorry, your draw pile. Discard it. That scout's fun. I like him. Like, what? Audrey didn't realize what was happening the first time we played it the first time. She didn't know because it was like, I drew it and I said, okay, discard that card. She was like, why? I'm like, that scout you've been ignoring all game long allows me to do that.
So I draw 2 cards.
3, 4. No, it's still my turn. You don't get to draw. I know you want to go. 4, all I can afford is the maid. Now you can go. Now you can go. Wait your turn. Wait your turn.
Did you before?
Oh yeah, you needed your ramparts. Now it counts as 1 coin. I mean, you still get, they at least give you 1 coin. It's still got a benefit. Some of them don't. Like there's 1 card I got. Oh yeah, the scout. The scout gives you no benefit except for double paths.
Then I play them like here?
Yeah, you just put them on top. So what do you got? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Woo! You're halfway there. We're halfway there.
I still have these.
There's no way to get rid of them.
So we need way more than 20 points.
No, you don't have to ever play them. You can choose not to play them.
These, you
just keep discarding them. They just keep clogging up your hand. That's where the wishing wells come in handy. The wishing wells allow you to get rid of it out of your hand during that turn, so then maybe you can draw better cards instead of her.
So for 2 I can get them. Okay.
Well, no. Oh, you only have 2. Okay. Yeah. Draw cards probably good. I mean, or the scout. I mean, the scout would make me reveal my top card, and if it happens to be a senator or something, you'd want me to discard it. What? you just destroyed your domain. A Twister Audrey, Hurricane Audrey. They're starting all over with the A's again. Hurricane Audrey just destroyed her domain. All right, so it's my turn. So I'm going to play a senator. I'm going to play a farm. Did you draw your 5 for turn? Yeah. Infantry battalion. Opponents who have 5 cards or more discard 1 territory.
From where?
From your hand. See?
Oh, this one.
So discard. It's not destroy, it's just discard. Alright. So I have 2, 3, 4. Give me another senator. Alright. And your turn. 1, 2.
So I have these girls that I'm gonna.
Holy cow.
That's it.
That's all you're gonna do?
I see, because
it's whether you wanted to discard. The question is that card that is, and is that card right there a senator?
Can I see?
I don't think you've bought that many senators. How many senators have you bought? Okay, so yeah, but that's probably your best move. That's probably your best move. You guys. We keep forgetting to say this, but you can be either hashtag Team Audrey or hashtag Team Will, right? And we don't mention this a lot. I don't know why we don't mention it, but we do have a membership. We're probably one of the few board game channels to have membership turned on. And that's because we don't have a Patreon. The membership's $1 a month. That dollar actually goes to Children's Miracle Network. So if you notice the $115 there from Getting Jiggly With It, which is us, is because of our donation match and because of our YouTube, right? Anything we make on YouTube, we go ahead and donate. So the membership, like Dave's Poke Life, he does a $1 membership. Right now, it'll unlock you emojis to use during chat. There's an oddity emoji, there's a wheel emoji, and I think there's a Jigglypuff emoji. We may come up with some more emojis. But it also, when we start doing some of the higher tiers, we are going to have polls. We'll probably do membership-only streams, where that way maybe if we do some bigger games, that way the memberships get to watch those first before we actually do them live to everybody else. So we just want to make the membership aware. I got to get in the habit and make sure that we mention that more. Because I did go out and looked and I noticed like a lot of the bigger channels, even a lot of the smaller channels, but I guess when I say big, bigger than us, don't know about the membership or don't have the membership enabled or don't qualify for the membership. We qualified because we used to be a video game streaming channel. And I think it's because we do stream a lot too. I think YouTube looks at streaming channels a little bit differently. 3, 4, 5. We are going to lose our voices. Or I am because I talk so much. Ooh, money, 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 money. Look at this. That's bonita.
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's only 7. If I had your Chica from last time. Oh, so 7. I can't even get a senator and a maid. That's how bad that is. Okay, so I can get a senator.
But you can get 2 mates.
I'd rather get the senator. Yeah, I'd rather get the senator. And I think I'll do the draw 2 because that gives me a chance to get to the senator quicker. Although this guy would have been coming in handy now because now you'd be able to put the senators on the top of your deck and immediately make sure you're drawing them. Next time I have extras, that's what I'm going to do. I think we're going to run out of water too. I think we only have, what, 3 or 4 spindrifts left?
See?
Mm-hmm. Siakobo.
Draw 1 card. Oh, no, I shouldn't put this yet.
Correct. No, it doesn't matter. 3,
And
2,
then
2.
draw 2 cards? No, but...
you won't. Well, no, you can play.
Second-
No, you can. You have the post horse, so you can go down. So yeah, you can use the draw 2 instead, which is probably more advantageous because you're trying to seek your supporters out. Which, all right, so that's fine. No, that's good. Yeah, no, that's fine. Put that there.
And this one?
Yeah, battering ram. So draw 1 more card. She doesn't help you at all. If you had your wishing well. If only you had your wishing well.
Yeah.
That's fine. So
I
you still have 4. So you can get a maid. Infantry gives you coins and makes me discard territory. That's the one I keep playing on you. Question is, do you think you have enough points in your... That's where remembering comes in, is we didn't remember...
Which I don't.
Yeah, we didn't remember how many of each of these we bought to know whether or not we bought 20 points worth. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. You're at 15. You're so close. I'd do the senator. You're so close. I mean, how much you got left of your deck? 2 more turns? Yeah. That's a tough one. I don't know if stopping me from having a territory is as important as buying another senator.
I buy a senator.
Oh, no, not senator. Sorry. Maid.
Maid. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, you left one on the table.
What's what?
1, 2, 3, 4. Huh? All right. Okay, so wishing well to get rid of the apprentice to draw another one. Put my maid in my city. I am so far behind. 1, 2, 3. Infantry. You have 5 cards in your hand. Discard a territory. Lo siento. And so 3, so far behind. What am I at? I'm at 3, 6. I'm only at 8. You're at 12?
15.
15. Whoosh. Oops, hang on. Whoa, hold on. 2, 3, 4, 5. I actually have 5. I forgot about the 2 on the infantry battalion. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's coming down to the wire, guys. Hashtag Team Will. Team Will. Team Will. Team Will. It's almost like I'm saying Team Wolf. You ever seen Team Wolf with Michael J. Fox? He turns into a werewolf. Yeah, definitely don't do that until I turn the shaky thing on. I'll do that during the break. I need to turn the shaky thing back on, so that way it stops earthquaking. I wonder if there's a way to prevent that from happening. Besides not getting too excited and shaking the entire house. Okay, puzzle? Oh, draw 2. And you didn't have enough. See. Oh, then you might be able to do it in this turn. Nope. Not in this turn. Well, you have city development. So, you have to play that first. To do city development. To do city development. See? To exhaust this. To get rid of a farm. To get you a city. 3. Ramparts gives you 1 coin. And there's nothing really that you can discard. Well, unless you want to discard this with the wishing well to hopefully get maybe your senator.
Did I already? No, I don't think I have bought this.
Or another maid. Anything to get you closer. Because that's your decision now, right? Right now you got 4 coins. You got enough coins. So you can buy a senator? Okay. Yeah, that's your choice. Yeah, that's 5. Alright, you discard that. Alright, so Royal Maid, Senator. Oh, I'm catching up. Draw a card. Alright, a Scout. You have to draw your 5 first. Reveal your top card. Discard. Honestly, here's the thing. It's like I could say keep that in there, so you don't you might have a senator or a maid in your hand, and I'm like, okay, you're gonna keep that in there, but to be honest, that's not necessarily true, right? Because you're still gonna draw it, right? Because you draw 5 cards. So, although if you have a draw 1, I may have helped you out to get it because it's 1 card down. Right? Kind of catch 22. Alright, so I have 5, which gets me another senator. Alright, so what am I at? I'm at 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Wow. So I'm at 13. That was a good catch-up round there. 4. I get 1 more. Un momento. Un momento. Un momento. Momento un. Momento. Oh, man. 5. All right. Oh, that was painful. All right, go. This is a painful hand. Go. This is like your hand earlier, where it was nothing but apprentice maids. I almost feel like you have to have Scout in the deck, or that supply unit in the deck, because this is completely different playing it this way.
Draw 1 card. Select and discard 1 kept card from 1.
I haven't kept any cards.
Draw 1 card.
Well, now again, yeah, you can play that, and then you play your Chica. So what do you add on points right now?
17.
That's 19. You sure you're at 19?
17.
I know. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 17. Oh, now you're at 17. Okay, I thought you were at 17 then. Okay, that might get you. You do the draw 2. Hopefully you have them in there. Nope. Wrong, Chicas. Dun dun dun. Attack of the Apprentice, Chica. All All right, so you have 3.
3.
So, Royal Maid. Hey, but you get to shuffle. All right, so shuffle up. Shuffle, shuffle. All right, so I got a senator. Yeah, there's nothing I can do because I can't do anything with 1. 3, 6, 9, 12 plus 4. So I'm at 16. You've got it. There is no way you're not going to pull.
Who knows?
There's no way you're not going to pull at least one of the senator or the royal maid. Do you have a royal maid? Yeah, you did royal maid the last turn. Yeah, there's no way you're not pulling one of those 2 in this turn. It's possible.
It is very possible.
Okay, it's not possible that you're not going to do it in... Oh no, I do have a royal post. There's a chance I can come back, but I doubt on my end that I can do that. I wonder if there's cards that let you search your deck and find a specific card. I know there's one that allows you to take a card from your discard. Oh, no, this is what it is. No, that's at the bottom of your deck. Wasn't there one that allowed you to take a card from your discard and put it back into your hand? Oh, that's what the supply unit, I think, did. Maybe. You could take a card from your discard, put it back in, or use it to destroy Chica. I don't remember. All right. Did you get one?
No.
Wow, okay. Well, no, you've got a lot of draw cards. Nah.
Just
Sneaky.
one.
All right, guys, this is probably going to be over here soon, so let me go ahead and get the giveaway up. So those of you watching, this giveaway is for a copy of this game. If you would like to enter, give me a minute to get that posted inside of the channel. So that is up for 10 minutes. If you want to enter for this giveaway, use the pound or exclamation point raffle. So exclamation point raffle gets you entered into this giveaway. Again, this one is US only, and that is because we have to pay for shipping. Canada shouldn't be too much more expensive. So if you're willing to pay the shipping into you, then of course we can do that as well. Again, I don't know if this is being sent by Level 99 Games or not. They did not say, so I can't say it's international. I wish they would have clarified that beforehand for us, unfortunately. Those of you in Colombia, if you would like to get this game, Audrey could bring it down to you because she will be traveling back down to Colombia soon.
I got 8.
You got 8?
Wow.
So your draw 2 didn't get you one?
No.
Why'd you do the 2 coins instead of another draw 2?
Pero because I can buy...
Right now, if you can get a Royal Maid or a Senator, you win the game. So I would do the draw 2. I mean, this, again, you may not get it. I know, you may not get it, and you're going to be mad at me, but...
Draw 2 cards, and I can't continue.
No siento. But you can do that. Now, do the discard. You can discard both of those out of your hand. Discard 2. Oh, no, you can't play the Wishing Well because you can't continue. Dang it, you're right. No siento. It's worth, but again, you just thinned out your deck more. So maybe on your next turn you'll get it. Yeah.
So I do nothing?
No, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. You still have 4.
4? 1, 2, 3, 4. For what? For what?
You have 4 coins. Oh, no, 5 coins. Yeah, so you can buy a Senator.
Coins.
Where's your 6 coin? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 6 coins. Math is hard. Math is hard. Hola, Senator. I don't think you're going to get to that because I don't think you're going to get through your deck again. So Ryan with the raffle. Studio with the raffle. We'll see what the shipping is if I win. All right, yep. And I know you entered the big giveaway. So as we mentioned, if you guys want to have a chance to win $500 worth of games, click that link that we have pinned in the chat. That will take you out to our Extra Life page. $10 donation enters you into the big donation giveaway. That will be going until the end of November. So if you can't make a donation today, that's fully acceptable. That's fine. You have until the end of November. Maybe you get paid a little bit later. But $10 enters you. You can enter as many times as you want. So if you make a larger donation, then of course we will enter you that many times. For example, Max from Table Knots did $25, so that gave him 2 entries into the giveaway. I prefer you just do the $10 each time, makes it easier for me, but I'll figure it out again because it's para los niños. And for those of you guys that don't know, besides the fact that Audrey speaks Spanish and I pretend to speak Spanish, that is from WandaVision when they did their little skit for the school. 1 card. Oish. Dang it. I was hoping my draw 1 would get it and get what I needed. It did not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm 1 short again. I'm always 1 short for the Duke. All right. I don't know why I'm taking a Senator. I don't think I'm going to get through it. These draw cards are about the only thing I can use. What am I? I am short 4 points. 3, 6, 9, 12. And then 4. Yeah, I'm 16. I'm short 4 points. So even a Senator, I can't win with a Senator. I have to get a Senator and a Maid in the same turn.
Mod.
And Audrey got the Senator. There we go.
And I was at 17.
You were at 17. So Audrey wins the game. So hang on. So now we got to put that into the thing. There is another 5 minutes. So I guess we will ramble for 5 minutes. So there's another 5 minutes to end the raffle. If you would like to win a copy of this game, then of course, click # raffle to enter into the raffle. Heart of Crown. So Audrey is winning now 2-0 for Game Day 2020. So I guess since we got 5 minutes left, we will go ahead and try to clean this up as quickly as possible. So that way it makes it easier for us later, since we got 5 minutes. What did you guys think? Do you guys like this? You guys think it is a fun deck builder? Princesses, City Infantry, Wishing Well. Oh, that's one we don't have out there yet. El Farmo. That is incorrect though. El Farmo. Remember the way you make things Spanish. Put L or A at the end of it.
That one didn't work.
That one didn't work. Plantacion.
Plantacion? No.
For plantation? No. So Willish failed me again. All right, so right now we got 2 entries into the giveaway, which again means it is a 50-50 shot. So congratulations to whichever one of you 2 wins. Right now they're both like, nobody else enter. I got a better chance of winning if nobody else enters. It seems light and fast, which is nice. I appreciate that most of the girls seem to be moderately dressed. Some of these anime games can be a little uncomfortable, we'll say. Yeah, no, and that's... hey, Deadby, welcome back. Were you going to enter the giveaway? You got a couple minutes left if you want to enter the giveaway, Deadpan. So, hashtag raffle, or pound raffle. Why did I say hashtag? Yeah, that was the one thing. Lanniston, he came in. Now that I know Lanniston is your name, I think I'll stop saying studio. Is that they wanted Japanime Games, the guy over there. He was going to give us another game, and I'm like, well, that one's a little bit more risque, and I'm going to be playing with my wife, and it's for what are those cards? Oh, those are the curse cards. And I'm like, we're going to be playing for kids. I'm like, how about we go with no? I'm like, let's go with no. Unfortunately, on that game. But yeah, they do. Japanime does have a couple that are a little bit more risque. What was the one we played? Heike Strike. Heike Strike was a battle game, kind of like Smash Up or Air, Land, and Sea. Speaking of Air, Land, and Sea, I did get the new Critters version. We got that on pre-order now, so we're going to get the Air, Land, and Sea Critters version here soon. But yeah, it had a little bit of art that was a little bit more risque, as we would say. So I was like, no, let's not get those games. I was like, can we have this one because it's cute? Not, and Aldery would like it. It was the one that we're playing next, which is Dragon Pets. And I was like, and then I asked for another game, which was a ramen game. But instead, they decided to do Tree Line Forest because, of course, that's on pre-order right now. So for those of you that missed Tree Line Forest, it is on pre-order on Japanime's website right now. It's a quick little tableau building game. All right, that wasn't too bad. All right, Ramen Fury. Yes, Ramen Fury was the one that we wanted. Yeah, we asked for a copy of Ramen Fury. Giggles has got it. But yeah, I guess they wanted Tree Line. I know they wanted Tree Line Forest because that one is what they're currently pre-ordering. We asked for Dragon Pets. And I think I saw Heart of Crowns, and Heart of Crowns did not look bad, so I said go ahead and do that one as well. The other one was more about actual maids. So if you watch any anime and you know about, you know, maids in anime, you kind of know why we didn't want that one. How is that? How is the contest? Are we almost at time? So 30 more seconds, 30 seconds. If you want to enter to win this one, do the exclamation point raffle if you would like to win a copy of this one. Exclamation point raffle. And actually I screwed up. This one actually wasn't supposed to be part of the giveaway, so now I got to figure out how to get a second copy of it. This one was in the big giveaway, but that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. If we have to buy another copy of it for game day, we buy another copy of it for game day. So time is up. Did it go into the YouTube chat saying time was up? Did it? There we go. Time is up. Let's go ahead and pick a winner. So Ryan Picklesmeyer. Pick him. Sorry, Ryan, I probably butchered your last name. Lo siento. So Ryan, if you can go out to one of our social medias, either Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, and send us a direct message, so that way we can get your shipping information and everything, so that way we can get a copy sent out to you. As I said, I'm not sure if this is going to be coming from Japanime Games or whether it'll be coming from us. Once I figure that out, we'll of course discuss that in the chat that you sent, the direct messages you sent with us. So tell it okay. So complete that one. Oh, I forgot. I'm supposed to have you talk in chat after the fact, so that way, that way I make sure that you're still here. Hate to give away something to somebody who came in, entered the raffle, and then left. Well, some people do that. I don't think any of these guys are doing that, but some people do actually do that. All right. So with that said, guys, we are going to, of course, switch over to the other game. The next game we're going to be playing is Dragon Pets. It is a... It's not a tile. Again, it's cards instead of tiles because, again, it originally came from Japan, just like Tree Line Forest. But we're going to switch over to that. So give us a few minutes and we will be right back.